Hello, boys and girls. How are we doing? Welcome along. What an incredible pleasure to have you here with me. Hello, boys and girls, etc., etc. How are we all doing? What is that noise? Can anyone hear that noise? Like a high pitched. It's not very pleasant. I think it's gone. I've got ringing in my ears. That's probably not a good sign. But hello, everyone. How are we doing? Ngad, thank you very much for 11 months. I can see you've already snuck your sub in. And welcome to everybody over on YouTube as well. Hello, one and all. As you can see, seamless. We are once again sponsored by Pickup this evening, so thank you very much to them. We will be giving out some giving away some biscuits throughout the stream, so keep an eye out for that first biscuit giveaway coming very soon. It is UK only. It is only on Twitch. So if you're watching on YouTube, you're going to want to get over to Twitch at some point in the next 5 or 10 minutes for the first biscuit giveaway. You're free to watch the rest of the stream on YouTube, but the biscuit giveaway, the functionality only works on Twitch. Tyler, thank you very much for 36 months. Should we do a YouTube intro, and then we can crack on with some football, some transfers, and some biscuits? The three big things that everybody wants from an FM26 stream. Here we go then, boys and girls. Transfer window o'clock, and we need to make this a big one because we've kind of started to slip down the league table again. And I think if we don't at least get in the playoffs this season, we probably knock this save on the head and acknowledge it might be too hard this year. And I don't want to do that. I want to win everything with Posh like we normally do. So this transfer window needs to count. And it shall, boys and girls. Fear not. It shall. Yeah, as Watto has pointed out in the chat as well over on Twitch, those of you not on the beta program already have had the new update today, haven't you, for FM26? Those of us on the beta program got it yesterday. Anyone can be on the beta program. That's not a fancy mug owner only promo. That is available to everybody. There's details on FM Assist on Twitter, I think, on how to join that. It's very easy. You just click one button in Steam. I've not shaved today, and I'm a little bit itchy. I need to get the neck hair gone. These are the problems that we have. So, just to bring you up to speed with what's going on in the save, boys and girls. I'm trying to click on fixtures. As you can see, very, 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 very mixed. And this is what the league table looks like as a result. We are still only 5 points outside of the playoffs, but there was a point when we were only a few points outside, so 5 points does become problematic. It is worth pointing out that we've done most of December without a striker because they were all injured. And we do now have Harry Leonard fit again. Bojan's nearly fit. Garbet's been playing up front and has not been too bad on his goal return, to be fair. Ennis, he's supposed to be a winger. He's had a few games up front. Hugill has also been injured. I don't know why he's now not registered because he has clearly been playing. And we also have Danny Ings around somewhere who is now finally registered to play but is injured because he's Danny Ings and that's what Danny Ings does. So we've got some business to take care of, most notably around the attack, I suspect. We have got some money to spend, but we also have too many players that we can't fit them all into the squad. So we're probably going to have to trim the squad down before we can bring anybody new in. And the transfer window is a long one, so we have plenty of time to do it. Worry not. And yes, I have turned on the spacebar. For anyone wondering how you turn on the spacebar, you go into preferences. I can't remember how you do it. I think is it preferences and then all preferences? Do you get preferences? I don't remember where it was. There it is. Preferences, processing, and then where it's got continue button legacy mode, you just tick that. And that means that the spacebar then goes through your messages in turn the way it has done on previous Football Manager games, which means I've now mapped it back to my mouse button, which means I can now play in its entirety with my left arm in the air and my right hand barely moving, like the old days. Look at that. Minimal movement involved. What a time to be alive. I think they've also added the functionality to be able to save your preferred lineup as well. It's not something I've ever done. It's not something I'm ever likely to want to do. But it's there. Right, Thrift actually wants to leave. So if he wants to leave, he's requested a transfer. So we shall... I mean, we're going to accept, and then the board are probably going to kick off. That one, they do need to pay all of his salary. But we're just going to accept anything for any of the players who don't want to be here. We just want to trim the squad so that we've got more squad spaces to then fill up again. So, I mean, we're not going to accept that. That's absurd. Absurdly low. This game is too easy. Thoughts? It's season 2. Those are my thoughts. Did Burton change their badge? Looks like it. Looks like it. That's not the badge they had when we were managing them, I don't think. I don't remember that. So, yeah, I guess they have. Definitely says Burton Albion Football Club, the Brewers. It's horrible. I mean, it's really bad, but it is their badge now, which is nice. Oh, it's an anniversary one. Okay. Not specifically your save, just in general. I mean, the fact that I'm struggling as the greatest to ever do it, the 7-time Streamer Showdown champion, the #1 Football Manager PvP player in history, the fact that I'm struggling in this save suggests no, the game is not too easy. You can, like any version of Football Manager, you can make it too easy by trying to min-max everything like a little perv. But if you just operate a few restrictions and don't play it like Work the Space, then it's probably fine. I think it's probably roughly similarly balanced to the previous ones. You just got to try and stop yourself from min-maxing everything. And I know the temptation is there. Oh, we had a raid. Welcome along, raidy folk. Welcome, one and all. You were right, Kev. Pickups are amazing. I'm always right. I am always right. I don't know how much of the credit for this one I can take, because I think just about every Football Manager streamer is slinging biscuits at people at the moment. I can only assume it's like when KFC sponsored the Streamer Showdown because the guy at KFC liked Football Manager. Is there any other games that Pickup are all over? Or have Pickup got a marketing guy who's just really into Football Manager? It's quite cool seeing all the football. I mean, I don't consume any other gaming content, so it might be all over all games. It might be all over Twitch. But every Football Manager stream I flick through on Twitch at the moment is sponsored by Pickup. It's awesome. There's biscuits everywhere. I mean, I was worried that after trying so hard to lose weight over the last few years, that being sponsored by biscuits, I'd get fat again. But I don't mind if everyone else is going to get fat too. That's not a problem. I just don't want to be the fat one. I don't mind being one of many fat people. I love that I'm using PSG and I'm winning everything with exploits crowd. I don't think that's what that person was it? Ash Barrow, thank you very much for 17 months. You don't promote things you don't like. That is true. I don't promote things I don't like. The amount of promo I have turned down. I'm a good boy. Breezy seems upset he doesn't get biscuits. I mean, I saw him crying into his Football Manager shirt on Twitter earlier today, so he hasn't got much to complain about, that little rascal. Right, let's do a football goal. Hideous. I don't have a hot beverage to dip my Pickup into today. I've already finished it before we started. I am tempted, before we do the first giveaway, to go and make a peppermint tea, because I have a theory. I have a theory The original one, like the plain chocolate one, is going to be a taste sensation dipped in a peppermint tea. And I kind of want to test the theory out. We might save that for the next stream. I don't want to go too early. Did you see the absolutely unhinged replies to his tweet yesterday? I don't follow Breezy. His beard's better than mine. It upsets me. I didn't forget the YouTube intro. Don't worry, I did it. I did it at the start, like a madman. What tweet did he do? And was it worse than one of mine? And what replies did he get? Were they worse than mine? These are all of the questions we want all the answers to. No one told me my head was this shiny. Oh my word. What's going on? Old shiny head over here. I just glanced over at the camera. Couldn't make out any of my features because of the reflection. It's better. Look at that. Makeup. That's what I'm talking about. Right, come on. Let's grab a second just before half-time. Dembele. That's a penalty kick. That is a penalty kick, boys and girls. Go get a drink, Kev. How will you hydrate? I've got my Fanta. I'll finish my Fanta first. There you go. Posh are back. But, oh, England are playing, aren't they? Should we get the TV on? What channel is England on? What channel do I need to find? I should probably have it on so I'm aware of it. Darren Mullaney, thank you very much for the super chat. The in-games editor's not working. It's messed up. Went to move players to another club. Came up with a message and crashed right out of the game. Have you tried it since the new patch has come out today? Because my understanding is that the patch has fixed a lot of the issues with the in-game editor. I know it was completely broken when the game came out. But my understanding is it isn't anymore. I could be wrong, but it doesn't happen often. But if you haven't tried it today, maybe give it a bash today. Galactic Gaz is in with a super chat as well, just because. Thank you very much to you. Right, we've got ITV on. I hate watching ITV. Rocket Dan, thank you very much for 20 months over on Twitch as well. It's on the Live, Laugh, Love channel. I know. I don't have Twitter anymore, but basically it said, like it or not, SI cares. Oh, bless him. That was a mistake. What, and people saw? People saw he put that. This couldn't have gone well. And it was the usual types being absolutely ridiculous, as per usual. Yeah, that seems about right. I mean, he's not paid attention, has he? You can't say things like that. Oh, what a silly boy. You can't be saying that on the internet. Not until you've gone through the kind of blocking spree that I've been on. I can say that on Twitter now and be relatively safe because I've blocked most of the maniacs. So I can get away with it again. I've come back around the other side. But you can't go into it fresh and tweet something like that and expect to get away with it. I can see people congratulating Alex for something, but I can't see Alex's post to tell me what we're congratulating him for. Hold on. Why are we congratulating Alex? I'm going to be a father. Oh, there you go. Congratulations to Alex. Huzzah. Congratulations on having working genitals. Maybe he wanted to find all the people to block in one go. That is the way to do it, I suppose. That is the route in. Right, I could probably do with a third goal just to take this beyond doubt. It's a little alarming that we've let them stay in the game for as long as we have. Still having to play with no striker. The Posh fans are fuming. The January transfer window's been open 2 days and we're still playing a midfielder up front. Yeah, because the 3 strikers that we've got are all nearly fit again. And they're all quite good. And we only play one at a time. We don't need to really sign another one. It's just a shame they all get injured together. That's so annoying. It's offside. It's fine. Lovely old stuff. Why is Zed tweeting about African World Cup qualifiers? Because he's American and thinks international football is something people care about. It's a weird American thing, I think. You know, he's got his little weird obsession with international football. I don't get it. I don't think anyone believes he's actually watching these matches, but he gets a lot of interaction when he tweets about them. He knows what he's doing. There you go. We won a football match, boys and girls. You know what that means? You might not, because I haven't declared what it means. It means a biscuit giveaway. We're giving away biscuits occasionally when we win football matches. Now is one of those occasions. So let's jump straight in, do a biscuit giveaway. If you were in the stream the other night, you know the drill. Exclamation mark ticket in the chat on Twitch only and UK only as well. If you win and you're not in the UK, you don't win. You won't get any biscuits. So don't bother entering unless you're in the UK. And we'll be picking 2 winners at random who will each win some delicious pickups. The most delicious of the chocolate bars. The chocolate bar. Is it a chocolate bar? Is it a biscuit? I guess it's a little of each because it's got 2 biscuits. I guess it's 2 biscuits, 1 chocolate. So I suppose that is biscuit. It's more biscuit than chocolate, right? I think it is. But because it's got the biscuit outside the chocolate, of course you can hold it without getting sticky chocolate fingers, which is handy when you're gaming, especially in this brave new world where we can game one-handed again because the spacebar is back. So we can now hold this in this hand indefinitely, knowing we're never going to need to use this hand. But if occasion did come up for us to use this hand, we know it would be chocolate free. It's also delicious and on offer in Sainsbury's at the moment. It's currently on a Nectar price deal at £1.25 for a pack of 5 like this. You see, that's an empty one. They've gone down well. I'm even eating them when I'm not getting paid to eat them, which means I'm going to have to go and buy some more because I've eaten more than I should have done off camera. But yeah, they're delicious. They're on offer in Sainsbury's. And if you do buy some from Sainsbury's, keep your receipt because then you can do exclamation mark pickup in the chat on Twitch. Upload your receipt and potentially win some pickup swag that way. So lots of excellent, exciting biscuit shenanigans going on. There is the pickup klaxon, which means it's now time for us to select our winners. So if we close the giveaway, we had 60 people enter. We're going to draw 2 winners. Winner number 1 is Watto82. Congratulations, Watto. Topher will be in contact by DM to the winners. And winner number 2 is DDum2009. Congratulations to both of you. And we'll be doing another biscuit giveaway a little bit later on in the stream. Thank you to Pickup for sponsoring the stream and providing me with this excellent biscuit that I've only part eaten. I am going to finish it though, because I am a monster. And it's really nice. I'll look at this spacebar action. Why do only Twitch get to give them, win them? Because there's no functionality on YouTube to make it work. Plus, they're officially only sponsoring the Twitch stream. Obviously, in reality, there's no way for them to. When I'm streaming on both, there's no way we're going to get rid of Linkram. There's no way for them to actually sponsor just one of the 2. But officially, that is what they're doing. Plus, like I say, the main reason is the functionality is not there on YouTube to actually allow for us to do a giveaway. So, I mean, obviously, by all means, watch on YouTube. But if you do want to win biscuits, you do just need to jump over to Twitch just for the giveaway segment. And there's not going to be another one for at least an hour. So you can stay on YouTube for a bit. So who's on the transfer list by request? We can get £1 million for a player who doesn't want to be. Oh, hang on. Hold on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, no, it's a mandatory future fee. I am going to insist that they pay his salary in the meantime. Which could be bonkers when there's £1 million on the table for a guy we signed on a free transfer. But I'm going to push it. And, yeah, I just cost us £1 million. I hope that offer didn't get put in front of the chairman. Because I feel like he'd probably be quite miffed about what we've done there. I mean, he doesn't look very happy about it, does he? Oh, you turned it down, did you? Thanks. Loves having his picture taken, that boy. Right. Oh, we're going to... You know what? I'm not praising Woods. He's another one that we want gone. Right, we need to keep on trying to clear players out before we can bring anybody in. I joined from YouTube just for the biscuits. Congratulations. There you go. That's a couple of people who've jumped over just for biscuits. They know what they're doing. Biscuit rascals, they're known as. Oh, wow. We've got a lot of offers. Right. Loan offers. I'm not going to mess around. Loan offers that don't include 100% salary, we're just going to decline. We will accept the others, and we'll accept any transfer offer as long as it doesn't have us doing a wage contribution. Because I don't really care. There you go. So these ones will decline. I don't really care how much money we get for him. I just want to stop paying his wages and get him out of the squad. Oh, hold on. That one needs to... That's where he's going to go now, isn't it? There doesn't seem to be a way to drop out of that one that I've accidentally accepted. Watch him go there now. Right. He wants to withdraw his transfer request, which is good because we want to keep him around. Is he actually registered now? Because he wasn't a minute ago. He has been injured. Yeah, he is unregistered. So we probably, if we're keeping him, need to registerize him. So, has that registered him now? Oh, he doesn't... Does that... I don't understand. Does that mean he does or doesn't need to be registered? I think he does still need to be registered. So if we unregister Frith and register Hugo... I think that makes sense. Because Frith's leaving anyway. On Non-League to Legend, I'm Rochdale, but having trouble signing players. Any advice, please? Watch today's video. We did a transfer window today. And it seemed to go quite well. Just make sure your scouts are scouting. You need scouts, and they need to scout. And as long as you've got scouts that scout, you shouldn't have a shortage of players to pick from. Eonvian's still here. How have I not noticed him knocking around? He's 6'3", and I didn't realise he was still at the club. I mean, we've literally never... I mean, he was out on loan last year. I have not noticed Bradley Eonvian at any point. One of the stars of last year's Non-League to Legend. I mean, we're going to get him gone. We don't want him. I didn't know he was here. I am quite the man manager. Signed Hugo myself. Can't get a goal out of him in League 2. Excellent. Nobody wants Eonvian. Go on. Get gone. Unlike in last year's Non-League Legend, I now know how to say his name. Now he's played a few games for Posh. Right. Okay. I joined here because I like the streamer. That seems like a very wise thing to do. We have wisdom in our midst tonight, boys and girls. Where do I find media predictions? If you go into the league table, they're there. So, in fact, the media predict 11th, and we are... Oh, we're actually above. We were at 11th a minute ago. We're actually overperforming. What a manager. Mr. Tickle is still the best goalkeeper in the division. But we are overperforming our media expectation. Mr. Tickle's the best player in the division as well. Why? How do Wigan keep hold of Mr. Tickle consistently? I'm finding the scouting budget bug really problematic. Impossible to actually scout a player beyond September. I mean, that's not a new FM26 thing. That was in all the way through FM24. Probably before then as well. It's an ongoing issue. I don't think it is a bug. I think, like me, you're doing something wrong. I don't know what that thing is, though. I think it's something to do with the fact that I have all of my scouting delegated, and I think they're then keeping scout reports up to date, and that's what's spending all the money. So I don't think it is a bug. I think it's something you can fix. I don't know where you fix it or how you fix it, though. Because I don't really do any of the scouting stuff myself. I delegate it. So, I mean, I can see that we've spent a lot of money on scouting. It's not as much of a big deal at this level, but certainly in non-league to legend, it's a huge problem. Presumably you're on the beta and using the save team selection function added back in. I've never used it in 30 years playing the game. I can't imagine I'm going to use it now. It's also not just on the beta anymore. It is widely available. It released to everyone this evening. How do you even do it? Where would it be? Oh, there you go. In there. I just don't know why. I'm not even going to question it. People can play the game how they want. That one baffles me, though. Lower the level you spend on scouting, then you save money. I think there's more to it than that. I don't think it's just that we're scouting wrong. For example, we're scouting England, which should cost us £7 a month. It's January and we've already spent 67 grand since what? July. So July, August, September, October, November, December. So 6 months at £7 a month is less than 67 grand. So there is still money. Oh, there you go. It even says there. So these numbers don't correlate correctly. There's something else that we're spending a bunch of money on. It's not clear what, where, or how to change it. But like I say, it's not a uniquely FM26 thing. It's been in the game for years. I just don't think it manages that budget very well. It never has. The maths they're doing is broken somewhere. Scouts refreshing reports on shortlists. I don't even use a shortlist. How would I know if they're refreshing scout reports? I mean, there's literally only 5 players on there. If we're sending someone over to look at Ricky J. Jones in Germany twice a week, and that's where the money's going, that'll be quite frustrating. Oh, there you go. Scout report updates never. So, is that what that means? So we're not updating the scout. Is that where that setting would be managed? So we're not doing that. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know where the money's going. If you have your shortlist set to rescout or manually scout players, it has extra cost. Yeah, well, that's how you do it. So we're not rescouting. I guess there are some scouting assignments that get sent. Like I say, it's not an issue in this save. In non-league to legend, it's a major issue. And I don't have anyone on my shortlist in that because I just don't use shortlists. In this save, it'll just... Oh, for goodness sake. He's never going to be fit. In this save, it'll just be us sending to look at specific players. And I think we will probably end within budget because the other thing in this save, our budget's 116 grand and the package we're getting is only 90 grand. So we have got a spare 26,000 to play with. So we might go a little bit over, but we're not going to go mega over. Whereas with Bedford, I think our budget is 20 grand. We have that spent by the end of September. And then it's like, aren't trials taken out of scouting budget? No idea. Maybe. If that's the case, that would explain a lot because I do a lot of trials. Any player that appears on recruitment focus is scouted with individual fee attached to it. I assume you've set scouting responsibilities to staff, so they just scout whatever. Yeah. Like I say, the game doesn't manage it very well. My non-League to Legend justification for it is I've set the recruitment team to do that. I'm the manager. It's a director. Director is above manager. The director of football is managing that. It's his problem if he goes over. Nothing to do with me. I don't care. None of my concern. So yeah, I'm just like, I'm not looking at it and I don't care about it. It's the director of football's problem. He's in charge of managing it. It's his budget. If he balls it up, that's him. That's not me. I don't care. So that's my justification. We're not spending a lot of time looking at it. Andy84, thank you for the super chat over on YouTube. Hi Kev, I'm doing a non-league save with Ashington AFC in Tier 8. Your Bedford is rather enjoyable. That is impressive that you've got Tier 8 up and running. Is that a database you've downloaded from somewhere? Are there databases out already? I am impressed. And thank you for the super chat as well. I think unless you assign scouts yourself, which is madness, agreed, the chief scout ignores the range you've set. Ha! Nice. Right. Declan Thrift is off to Burton. Off your pop. Mansfield want him, but he's just gone to Burton. We still need to clear out a few more players before we can bring anybody in. Frith wasn't even registered in the squad, so we need to create some squad holes. We are mortgaging the instalments. I want the money now. We need to sell a couple more players before we can bring anybody in, because we don't have the squad gaps for them. Wayne, thank you very much for 41 months as a Twitch sub. What a wonderful run. What a wonderful time together we've had. There's an England, Wales and Scotland one. Tier 8 is out for England. Oh, so there's a few. Cool. I mean, it's not something I'm looking at yet, but it's cool to know they exist. Him, by the way, in real life, is apparently very, very good. And is even faster than Ricky J. Jones, according to the Posh chairman. So he's someone to keep an eye on. I'm a little surprised he's in the game, because I thought he was 15. I guess he must be 16. I thought he'd fallen foul of the Max Dowman rule. Greetings from Germany. Absolutely love your videos and streams. Thank you very much. Question. I love it when we start a question with the word question. Question. Am I the only one that has its players sheepishly looking at balls coming off the crossbar or post for a few moments before reacting and therefore ruining good rebounds? It's not something I've particularly noticed. That's not to say it's not happening, but I've not particularly noticed it. I'm going to notice it now. It's going to be like when people tell you how to know how to tell when a goal is being allowed or disallowed. It's like, I didn't want to know that because now I'm going to look. I deliberately don't spot those things myself because they spoil it. But I will notice it now, I imagine. Right, Gustav Lindgren is off as well. So that's another unregistered player gone. I think if we lose one more, that will then be a squad spot and we'll then be able to sign somebody. So we're getting closer. Weird Wolf, thank you very much for 37 months. Super duper. Oh my God, I forgot he existed. Now, he's another one. In real life, we signed him like at the start of last season. And I've still not seen him play. He's literally been injured for a year and a half. So yeah, he can leave. I didn't realise he was still here. Which I think is the situation in real life as well. Make sure he goes. We're having a clear out. Ali Spirali, thank you very much for the 2 months. Let's just make sure that we've got everything in order on here. We have. Kev's going to notice it now and hate me. Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. I will hydrate. Orange Fanta this evening. Oh, it's delicious. Sugar-free, of course. I'm not a maniac. Oh, we're playing Cambridge. The Cambridgeshire Derby. I've accidentally signed a 5'5" goalkeeper and he looks ridiculous in the match engine. Sounds like you scout in as much depth as I do. How do you accidentally sign a 5'5" goalkeeper? Even I don't manage that one. Unpaid H, thank you very much for the 8 months. I literally had a ball come off the post right in front of one of my players that could easily tap it in. Yeeks. Yeeks. Allegedly, I can get pickup biscuit minis in the US from Walmart and Amazon. Wife will be mad at you, Kev. That's awesome. I wonder if they're the same. The director of football signed him. You should always have a look at what your director of football's up to. Never let them just go willy-nilly at it. Always keep an eye on them. Director of footballs are idiots. Even the good ones, they're all idiots. You got to keep an eye on them. Right, Bojan's back. Finally. We've got Bojan back. We've got Ings and Hugill on the bench. We've gone from no strikers to 3 strikers. Look at me. I'm full of strikers. And they're all back in time for the derby. So let's go and wallop Cambridge. Love a good walloping. The best biscuit. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa. The best biscuits are pickups. I almost read out something disastrous. Whoa, 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 whoa. There's only one biscuit in town, boys and girls. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, oh. I need to cool down. Oh, oh, oh my goodness. You meant pickup. You spelt it wrong. Autocorrect did that, I think. Don't worry. You're all right. Whew. Whew. Good job I've been doing this so long I can read it in my head ahead of when it comes out of my mouth. It's like the panic button you get on live radio. I have a 2-second cushion where I'm reading it in my head before I'm saying the words. This is not ideal. We're just making it interesting. Are all FM26 content creators doing pickup sponsored streams today? It looks that way, doesn't it? What that means is there's going to be a lot of delicious biscuits knocking around the UK off the back of all these streams. Right, here we go. Equaliser in the pouring rain. No, hideous. Clates read out a bunch of biscuit-related messages that weren't pickup. I'm sure it's fine. I mean, we'll see if Clates does another sponsored stream, I guess. Clates doesn't have my exceptional level of professionalism. I read my contracts. Not going to lie, Kev, we picked up our first box of pickup the other day. They're absolutely lovely. A top A+ Bicky. They are that. I'll confess, I hadn't had one until they sent them to me. I think they are new. But they are ace as well. They're really nice. Right, here we go. Equaliser. Leonard from the spot to bring us level in the derby, and he does. I think Leonard's our top scorer. 10 goals from 26 matches. He's wafting his arms around as well. I miss the cup drawers in FM26. I've seen a few people say that. Honestly, I think there's bigger issues to resolve. It'd be nice if they come back one day. I think that's probably a long way down the list, though. They existed, but they've certainly rebranded. Okay. Well, they are certainly very tasty. Does your contract mean you can't mention other biscuits? I don't think it does. I think that would be a bit extreme. However, out of respect for the brand that I'm working with, I'm not going to sit here listing other biscuits. We'll save the biscuit tier list for after the sponsorship. I don't think I can actively promote other biscuits, but I can mention them, I'm sure. But I am a professional. Just like when I went to do the FIFA World Cup, I bought myself 3 pairs of Adidas trainers because that's the sportswear company that sponsor FIFA. I'm a professional. Is there a way to have the space bar work like it used to? There is today. It launched today. So yes. Just started playing FM26 for the first time. And it's fun. Hard since I started in debt. Not have much funds, but hopefully you can get promoted this season. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Andy, thank you very much for the super chat. Sorry, predicted text went wrong. Pickup are the best. See, Andy knows. We are losing now. Against Cambridge. It's just to keep it interesting. It's fine. Right. Come along. Go attack him. We have got all these strikers on the bench. We might have to bring some on. I never watch the draws live. Yeah, and I think that's the case for most people. I never watch them live either. I used to find it quite frustrating in the network game when they would want to watch them live. It's like, what, you'd normally do this? Oh, finally! Finally! We set up the set piece instruction in the last stream because we've got him, all 6'5". I mean, it's not even one of the exploit corners that he scored from. This is far post. But finally, we've scored from a corner. Hopefully, this is the start of something beautiful. Oh, goodness me. Right, let's have another one. We're staying on attacking. Just keep attacking. Bojan can come off in a minute. We've got Hugo to come on. And then Ings can come on with 10 minutes to go if he's fit enough. Oh, no. Oh, for goodness sake, that's immediate. Ref? We're not... We're just letting them do that, are we? Oh. Where's the linesman? There he is, look. Keep an eye on him. We need to have words with that guy. Not happy with what's just happened there. At all. Right. Free kick. Do a goal. What a derby this is if we end up winning. Ashby's been involved in a lot. He got the assist with the corner. Now taking the free kicks. You can't put alternate Biscuit brands in my head because then I'll start singing their theme songs and that's a disaster. That's someone on YouTube has done that. They've mentioned that in the chat and then I've hummed it because I can't help myself. That's a hate crime. That's playing on my autism. Knowing there's no way I can stop that from happening. Right. Come on then, let's do another football goal. Oh, we nearly did. Look at the state of this and we're losing. It's hideous. When do we bring on Hugo? And who do we bring him on for? We're going to have to throw more attackers on, aren't we? Oh, unless Leonard scores here. Right, is this another corner? Apparently not. Hideous. Right, we're going very attacking. He's coming off because he's been rubbish. And he's going to come off so we can get him on up there. What does he want to be? He does actually want to play that role, so he can play that role. And then we're going to take him off for him. And we might do 4 changes here. We're just going to change the entire attack. There you go. All 4 attackers have been changed. And we've gone very attacking. With 25 minutes to go. We need a goal. A football goal. I hate this. I hate this. I just hate everything about everything that's anything to do with what's happening. I'm not enjoying. Have we got any more attacking players? Well, I've already brought them all on. I've got nothing else to change. I've only got 2 defenders. I've gone too early. I should have saved one of them. I'm just going to leave it as is and hope that something happens. Very attacking might have broken us here because we're just not getting any highlights. It's like the good old days where very attacking does not... We've been on very attacking for 25 minutes and not had a highlight, which is bonkers. Look at the state of that. We didn't see a single highlight after we made those substitutions. Not one moment of Danny Ings on a football pitch in a Peterborough shirt. Still. Ugh. I'm sure he can't hide his delight. I can't hide my being quite cross. Right, here we go. Another one we can get rid of. We might actually be able to do some transfers shortly. Because I think him leaving will finally leave us a squad gap. And then we can bring somebody in. With our 2 million or so to spend. The problem is, I don't even know what we need. I just think in general we're not really very good. Maybe it's time to go back to the drawing board again. All the way back round to the start. And come up with something new. It's all so negative. It's because our general quality isn't good enough to play one of the good tactics. Do we just gamble anyway? Apparently the England match has kicked off and I'm watching a lady put bread in an oven. I feel like the ITV feed might be slightly behind. Right. We're not doing any of this nonsense. We're going to control possession, gegenpress, tiki-taka or vertical tiki-taka. Roll a dice. I haven't got a dice. Andy, thank you very much for the super chat. Let's celebrate their 10th super on a live stream. We will celebrate. Hooray! Thank you very much. I do like the idea of being extremely aggressive. We're doing the gegenpress. We're going back to the old faithful. We're going to try it. We've tried it multiple times on this game already and it's never really worked. But we are going to try the good old-fashioned 4-2-3-1 gegenpress. And if it works, then we know it's broken again. All right. Okay. That all seems to make a lot of sense. That is our primary trained tactic. When do we play next? We play next. Oh God, Cambridge straight into McDonald's. We're not getting time to recover, are we? Are the players good enough to keep possession? No. They're also not fit enough to gegenpress, but we're losing games playing a system that should work. So let's play a system that shouldn't work and see if we just break the game. That's what we're hoping for. So it's basically the same 11 playing basically the same shape, just with different team instructions. Let's see if it makes a difference, shall we? Because we did create... Right, I'm still not watching football. And it kicked off ages ago, according to my watch. What's going on? 2 minutes ago it kicked off. If this doesn't go back to this in play, ITV are liars. I'm watching a man fly many kites now. I have got ITV1 on. I'm now watching an advert for Chase credit cards. I'm supposedly watching live ITV. ITV Sport presents... Just show me the football match that's 3 minutes in. That's not ITV1 then. I mean, it definitely is. I'm definitely watching ITV1. I'm watching on ITV1 a programme called European Qualifier, England versus Serbia. And now I've reloaded that same programme. I hate Sky Stream. I've just reloaded the same programme and we're now 3.5 minutes in. So, I don't know what was going on. I'm so confused. Let's go beat McDonald's. Sky Stream is rubbish. Just get a dish on the side of your house, boys and girls. Right, here we go then. Let's do a football. Oh, look at this. That was us gegenpressing. Oh, love it. Will I be watching the Ashes? I will not be watching the Ashes. I don't watch cricket anymore. I don't have time to watch sport. I don't really watch football. I don't have time. I don't have time to watch anything. I'm a very, very busy man. This stream brought to you by Virgin Media. I've never lived in an area where you can get Virgin Media. It seems to be a thing that as soon as I move out of a place, then they get Virgin Media. But I've never had the choice. The last time I had a choice of TV provider, it was On Digital that became ITV Digital. And I had that briefly. And then it almost broke football entirely. And since then, I've been with Sky for 25 years or whatever it's been. Does anyone remember when On Digital was first a thing? Over 25 years ago, this was. And their big selling point was we'd be able to watch every match. That was the big selling point. That's why Football League fans in particular, that's why we went to them. Because their promise was, once this is all up and running, you'll be able to watch every match home and away for your team. Still can't do that now, 25 years later. Meanwhile, they basically bankrupted half the clubs. That was a fun time. And now we're losing! Gegenpress doesn't work either! But how cool would that service have been? Right, come on then. Look at us, knocking the ball around beautifully. Now if only we could do a football goal. Oh, football? Oh, football. You've taught me how to use scouts in the game, i.e. delegating them to director of football, presumably. I actually think we were better with the other system. We were just unlucky against Cambridge. Maybe I've overreacted. Right. Oh, we're on balance. No wonder. We're using a coward system. We should at least be positive at all times. Blummin' cowards. Balanced indeed. I hate balance. I think I'd run 4 YouTube channels if I wanted balance. Oh, nearly. Oh. Come on then. Come along then. I mean, we are seemingly playing better football, but the stats suggest we're not creating anywhere near as many chances. But we had all the stats with none of the highlights before. Now we're getting the highlights without the stats. The only common denominator is still not winning. I think at some point we have to blame the manager of the other team. Obviously not me. I'm doing everything right. That's good for... I like getting the tackles in. The pressing side of this, I am enjoying. Has Danny Ings scored yet? We've never seen him in a Posh shirt. He's been injured 4 or 5 times. Unregistered for ages. We brought him on as a sub in the last match and didn't get a highlight for 25 minutes. So no, Danny Ings hasn't scored yet. I suspect he never will. There's a chance we'll never see him play. Because he is my 3rd choice striker in a 1-striker system. That's so frustrating. We are once again doubling our opponent's XG whilst losing. Ah! Most clubs would be better off if they could charge a subscription just to put on their own matches. I mean, most clubs do that now, don't they? And they have to. They obviously can't offer it in England, but everyone does it and just has a VPN. Posh charge £25 a month for all of their matches streamed, and then when they tweet it out on a Saturday lunchtime to remind the people overseas they can watch the game live, in the same tweet they have a link to their VPN partner. So, yeah. All clubs do that already. Isn't that what iFollow was? iFollow was... I mean, iFollow doesn't... Does it even exist anymore? I think all clubs have now kind of got their own thing, haven't they? So they don't have to give iFollow a share. So I have Posh Plus now that I subscribe to. Which is jolly good. The latest update for console has improved gameplay so much. I've just connected a wireless mouse to my Xbox and the game is a lot more playable. Nice. Lovely, lovely. I think we are going to see the game just continually get better with the updates. I know it will never be okay that it was released in the state that it was. But it is, unfortunately, one of those things that happens sometimes. We saw it with Championship Manager 4 all those years ago. That took 6 months to become playable. And it's just one of those things. Sometimes the economics of the situation dictates that they have to release an unfinished game, even though nobody involved wants to. I'm sure there's nobody at Sports Interactive going, you know what would be really funny if we just were bringing Danny Ings on. They didn't say that. You know, it would be really funny if we released this game unfinished. Let's do that. I mean, that never happened. They obviously would have preferred to release it finished, but they didn't. It's not ideal, but now, hopefully, they continually improve and make the best of the situation they've got themselves in. That's all we can hope for, really. There you go. Look at that. Look at that beast. And I think it will just keep getting better. What width am I playing? Whatever the preset one is for a Gegenpress. I ain't fiddling with the pervy buttons. They're not my thing. Do I think next year's Knowledge Legend will be Harbour Town? Are they going to get promoted? It will be if they get promoted. This is not good. There must have been a lot of pressure to get the game out there. Oh, yeah, definitely. There's no way they would have released it in the state it was in unless they had to. And now, hopefully, it just keeps getting better. The problem, of course, we're going to have now is they'll spend the next year doing regular updates and constantly improving the game. And then FM27 will come out and people will be like, where's the new features? Where's all the new features? This is just the same game. Yeah, because you've had the new features every couple of weeks for the last year. You great numbskull. So they're in a can't win either way situation then. At some point, they'll just have to cut off doing the updates and be like, look, we've got to have some new stuff for the new game. So we'll get to June and then we're not doing any more updates. I suspect that's the situation we'll get to. This isn't going to plan. We're playing FM27 right now, just a very early build. Yeah, we're playing FM29 now. They've openly said that, haven't they? They've said this is the starting point for the next 20 years. They're not going to completely rebuild the game again anytime soon. It'll just be years and years and years of iteration, which is what we had on the old engine. So yeah, we are playing an early version of the next 3, 4, 5 games. And they'll get to the point where they perfect it, and then they'll tear it apart again and restart the process. Realistically, international football is going to be FM27. Oh, no, international football will have to be before the World Cup. You don't spend all that money on getting the World Cup license only to then not release the World Cup before the World Cup. Yeah, there's absolutely no way that isn't out before the World Cup starts. I've just had an ad pop up and it was for a horror film at 8. I mean, the ads are tailored to you, so I guess it knows that you're safe to see that. Yeah, the ads are always tailored to the person receiving them. Not everybody gets the same ads all the time. Have I signed any Wonder Kids yet? Not in this save. We're in League One. It'll drop on 26, but that'll be a bigger update than 26 moving to 27. Oh, yeah, that's probably true, yeah. I mean, it depends. If 27 comes out with Fantasy Draft and Creator Club and Versus Mode all back in and shouts, people will be delighted. Harbour Town are 2 points clear with a game in hand at the top of the Southern Division Central, one below Enterprise North. Well, yeah, there you go. I mean, without wanting to completely dox myself, boys and girls, if Harbour Town get promoted, there are very few football clubs closer to my house than Harbour Town. So, yeah, it will be them if they get promoted. I can announce that early. Right, we're now playing Burton. And Danny Ings is starting. We're actually going to see Danny Ings play in a Posh shirt. What a time to be alive. There he is. Sir Daniel Ings. If you want shouts in the game, just shout at the laptop. Oh, I don't care about shouts. I don't need shouts, but I know a lot of people want them. It's an easy win for them to add that back in, even if they still don't do anything. Right, we've got to win. Do I have the bell to ding? I've got a bell over there. I'm not dinging it when we're losing every game. It's the last thing I want. We're having no dings here. Look at that link-up play from our England international striker. That was all Danny Ings. A ding for Ings. Oh, I see. I understand. Okay. We'll get the bell out. The bell's here. If Dings scores, we'll ding. That's a good header from Leonard. Look at that. Wallop. Wallop. What is the league table looking like currently? We haven't looked at it for a little while. See, we're now 6 points away from the playoffs. We're slowly drifting further and further behind. Right, here we go. Oh, look at that link-up play from him again. Mr. Back to goal. There he is again, look. It's beautiful from Ings. There he is! Oh, for goodness sake, keep your back to that goal. You are not allowed to turn round, sunshine. You're lovely as a wall for them to bounce off of. But do not be shooting, you great plum. Goodness me. Right. Oh, I thought it was a corner. Oh, it's a free kick. It's not even a long throw. Why is this a highlight? Because we're going to score from it. That's why. Oh. 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 Football. Lovely. That's what we're going to do every time we score now. It's going to be my new thing. That was loud. You're welcome, Topher. Think of all the things you can do with the edit now. Zoom in on my face as I'm yelling ball really loud. Oh. What do we all think about Topher putting my head in a circle, by the way, on today's LOLLUJO live highlights video? It was sprung upon me. Oh my goodness me. Robbie Knox is streaming. You've officially got competition. Look, I'm never going to complain when someone older than me comes on and streams. That's completely fine. I love not being the oldest guy streaming. You asked me the day before. You asked me at like 9 o'clock at night. Long after business hours closed for the day. I'm still unbalanced. I need to fix that. I mean, I could probably live with it for this match. My screen's just gone black again. I don't think they want me to watch this England match. I saw that new circle. I don't like the UI. It was nothing to do with me. I didn't know he was going to do it. Oh, of course, they've got Frith in their team who we've just sold to them. Just had another game go from 2-0 to 3-2. This time to me. Something weird's going on FM26 in the new engine. I mean, I've not noticed it happen. Maybe you're just having a weird run of form. Right, what's gone on with my TV? My TV has just gone off now. Of course he scored against us. We sold him to them and then mentioned him. So now he's going to get a hat-trick. And we're going to go from 2-0 to 3-2 down because I've just said it's not happening. It's all going to come together. Right, I am trying to get my TV back on, but it's not doing anything. My Skybox is now rebooting. I hate Skystream. It is worthless. Right. Come on then. Tired little legs. Off you come. Come on, have a little resty rest. Got no one who can play left back. Nonsense is this? You're going to play left back then. How do you lock a player in position? I'm not sure what you mean by lock them in position. Just don't move them. You're the manager. Put them where you want them and then don't move them. Pickford is down injured. Okay. I mean, it's a weird game for him to be playing in the first place. We already know he's the first choice goalkeeper. Seems like this would be an opportunity to get some game time into one of the other goalkeeper options. But I'm just a handsome entertainer. What do I know? Ah, the TV's finally back on. Let's see if we can get the actual match back on. Goodness me. Ah, no noise. We're supposed to be muted. Sheesh. Sheesh. Trying to get me in Twitch jail again. Well, Ings has just done a full 90. We've not seen anything of him in the second half. Until now. Back to goal. Stop turning around. What a pass. Turn around all you want. What a pass from Danny Ings. I'm going to tap the underside of the bell. Because it was nearly... That was good. That was good stuff. Look at this pass. That's a Premier League pass. Leonard's going to score a lot of goals with this guy alongside him. Ings has got no legs left. But he's got a footballing brain. He's got some talent. We're just going to have those three run past him, I think. For goodness sake. I think that is his 5th injury. He has had more injuries than he has played matches. What a silly boy. What do you want? Who are you? Oh, you've played over 50 games for me at centre back. Okay. What do you want? You want to leave? I don't care. Leave then. Yeah, do what you want. I don't care. Oh, I have got some salted caramel ones. That's all right then. I was a little bit worried. Right, he can leave because he's never been any good. We're continuing the clear. I think we're going to do all our shopping on deadline day. We're going to sell as much as we can before then. And then just splurge it all on deadline day. Go and get Hendrick on deadline day. Let's offer you out then. I'm only here for bumming. I get that a lot. What? Oh, I thought I had to ensure I was sold. Which doesn't make a huge amount of sense to me. Get these rascals out of my football club. If they don't want to be here, I'm not going to keep them. Unless they don't want to go. In which case, I'll keep them. I did sign them in the first place. I don't mind them being here. How many players do I have loaded in my database on this save? I don't know. How do we check that? There you go. 71,500. Ba, 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 ba. Go on, intermediary. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Did that get an intermediary involved? Someone's just typed Saka in the chat. Does that mean he's just done what he does and done a football? There he is. And there's people on Twitter this afternoon trying to say that he's not the first name on the team sheet. Madness. I'll acknowledge you write his name without putting the pen down as part of the same motion as writing Kane and Rice. But obviously he starts every match because he's Bukayo Saka. And that's what he does. Putting my Arsenal hat on, though. He can come off at half-time in this. Doesn't someone else need a run out? Pickford's his first name. You start with a keeper. Not in my world, you don't. Keeper is always the last one picked. Unless somebody's brought their own gloves, in which case, yeah, fine, you can go in goal. Otherwise, it's the fat one left over at the end. Did you try setting squad numbers on the console version? It's very important I can as an autistic man. I didn't, and it's something I only ever leave to be done automatically anyway. So, yeah, I assume you can do it. I've not heard anyone tell me you can't, but I haven't actually tested it for myself, so I can't guarantee. Is there a demo on console? How am I doing today? Delightfully. Have I changed the match speed to 1.5? Yes. Yeah, 1.5 seems my speed. Leave. Yes, intermediary him. I mean, I'm trying everything I can to get him gone. How's the game feel after the latest patch? I mean, the two patches combined now certainly make it feel a lot smoother and a lot less clicking. I don't think there is any less clicking. I think it just feels like there's less because with everything being done on the spacebar again, I can map that to my mouse and I'm just back into the groove of clicking the space button on my mouse. And that combined with the removal of all the stuff on the screens that we did from the last one. Yeah, it certainly seems a lot quicker and a lot smoother. Is this the same club as the YouTube save? No, not the main channel YouTube save, no. Depends which channel you're watching on. We're managing Peterborough. So there are videos from this save on the LOLLUJO live channel, but not on the main channel. This isn't on League to Legend. Have you noticed the portal changed on deadline day? I haven't, but we are going to have a deadline day any moment. And we're going to try and do some business. I don't know what business we're going to do. So that it's weird. We're not very good. But at the same time, we obviously need a lot, but we can't bring in a lot because we don't have squad space for a lot. So what one position could make us less rubbish? And I don't really know that there's an obvious gap. I think the centre-backs are probably fine. The midfielders seem fine. You would think that's a weakness until Garbett on paper is our best player and Leonard's our top scorer. We've literally got Danny Ings up front. And the wingers look strong as well. So there's not like an obvious place we need to upgrade. Maybe fullbacks. Blow it all on a star player. So you're telling me to go and get Hendrick, which might be tough. Right, he's the only A+ recommendation that's out there. So I guess we're going to try and sign him. We've not got £6.2 million. So I don't think we can spend, I don't think we can get him. Wants to go out on loan to help secure a permanent move. I mean, maybe we loan him then. Can I add him as a transfer target for loan? I can't. Can I talk to them about potentially loaning him? I'm going to try and loan him. So I don't mind paying all of his salary. They're not willing to let him leave on loan. Oh. How old is he? 23. I mean, let's just offer that as a flat offer. Whoa! Okay. And we can afford it. And that feels like a bargain. Interesting. There you go. We're bringing in a star. You're not having that. And you're not having that. And you're not having that. Otherwise, that's all fine. We probably could have offered even less the way they accepted that immediately. That's how excited I am. Another winger coming in. I've spent some money on wingers in this save. How much should we spend on Dembele? I feel like that was quite a lot. It doesn't tell you. 1 million on him. And how much was Fevrier? 1.8 million. So yeah, we've already spent a lot of money on wingers, and now we're looking to spend even more on another one. Interesting that Quick Pick is telling me to play Garbett up front, even though all the other strikers are fit. Which I'm not necessarily going to argue with, because we were winning when we were doing that. Maybe he's becoming a striker. Tempted to play a false 9. Dare I do a false 9 in League One? I don't think I do. We'll just go with this. After this match, we're going to give away some more biscuits as well. So anyone who's watching on YouTube, you might want to migrate over to Twitch for 10 minutes because the biscuit giveaway only works on Twitch. Don't worry, I'll let you go back to YouTube afterwards. And it's only a thing if you're in the UK, because only people in the UK can win the biscuits anyway. But once this match is over, so 5 or 10 minutes time, we will be doing another biscuit giveaway. Yeah, biscuits. We love a biscuit around here, and I think it is. Is it salted caramel time? I might save salted caramel for the end. We might go for a choco and milk. I love the fact. I assume none of the other streamers are eating 3 biscuits over the course of the stream, are they? It's just me using it as an excuse to, well, I'm going to eat a biscuit every time we go full screen. Or is everybody doing that? Are we all gluttons? Because they are delicious. There's another winger we've sold there, Odo, playing for Colchester. SYC eats one every giveaway. He eats them so daintily as well. He nibbles off the corner, doesn't he? Oh, what is that? He's another former Posh player. For goodness sake. The whole league is full of former Posh wingers. And they keep doing things like this to us. Goodness me. He's going to do it again, isn't he? A little turd. Maybe a goalkeeper is what we need. Who can sell me a good goalkeeper? Any idea why on a save, despite avoiding putting transfers on the Never Never, sticking to wage, etc., I still keep ending up in financial hell? Is it likely down to prior issues? I mean, it's likely down to modern football. And that is just kind of the default situation for most football clubs. Most football clubs are completely unsustainable. So all you can do, I just genuinely, as the manager, don't worry about what the club bank balance is. It's none of your business. Just stick to your budgets. And if the financial situation gets so bad that your budgets start to reduce, then leave and go manage someone else. Or stick it out and maybe agree to sell a few players to help the issue. But yeah, most football clubs are unsustainable nightmares. And it's just the way it is. You either care about it and try and help fix it, or ignore that it's happening and have a lovely old time. I'm very much the ignore that it's happening kind of chap. Oh, see, that is why you don't need to spend all that money on a new winger. That was good football. There's a lot of good football going on. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I am talking about. Lovely stuff. Our wingers both looking good. We don't need a new £2.5 million winger. We're going to sign him anyway, but we absolutely don't need him. Problem I've got is I played the same club in the beta and ended up in administration. Had to sell players for a fraction of what they're worth. Yeah, maybe it's just a club that is really badly run and there's not a lot you're able to do about it. Football. Other than, I guess, try and sell players a little bit earlier because you know it's coming. Some clubs just have to sell to survive. Like Posh in real life are a selling club. If we don't sell £5 million worth of player every summer, we've got a problem. So if we then don't do that in game, eventually we'll be plunged into debt. Lovely work from Dembele. We don't need another winger. Our wingers are playing exceptionally well in this match. Oh, this is worrisome. I don't like the fact that this highlight is continuing. Oh, maybe it's okay. Right, can we see the corner then? No. Corners are so useless, we don't even get to see them happen. Buckle my shoe. Just really annoying as I know the club, Sunderland, it's probably one of the most financially stable clubs in the league. Just think FM has hosed the club with so many never issues. Maybe. Or maybe they're not financially sustainable in real life. Who knows? Right, come on. Wingers, do it again. Look at this. Look at this. Wing play. Wingy, wingy, wingy. Wing, wing, wing. What's happened here? Have we given away a foul? Oh, for goodness sake. Goodness me. Big overspenders Sunderland may not be sustainable as they were before the Prem. Yeah, Harry Leonard scored again. I missed that because I was reading the chat. Leonard's been brilliant. Leonard's on for player of the season, I think. Stick that in the top corner and then we can all go home. Right. Come on, tired people. Off you come. Tired little legs. I managed to go 500 million in debt by staying in budget and no never never. Maybe it's not a sustainable club. Favourite type of chutney? Not really a chutney guy. I mean, I'll eat Branston pickle, but I don't really go in for like hipster chutney. Just Branston pickle. It gets the job done. It's all that's needed. Anything beyond that is unnecessary flirtation as far as I'm concerned. Right, don't concede a late goal. Do not concede a late goal. Don't concede. Don't concede a late goal. It works. Interesting. Shouts are back, everybody. Oh, yeah, I guess mango chutney is a very good shout. Right. For goodness sake, I said! And he's another former Posh player as well. I said don't do that. Aye. I refuse to have to resort to going defensive towards the end of football matches. I won't have it. But the game is really trying to push me into doing it. And I'm not amused. Right, boys and girls, before I do the next biscuit giveaway, I am just going to go and make the peppermint tea that I keep promising myself because I need to try this combo. I suspect it's going to be sensational. I'll be back in a second. So the mug's heat changing then. But I don't know why it changed in such a weird way. That's my new Football Manager mug. Right. Biscuit ahoy. Let's get another giveaway going. Where's the giveaway button? Same rules as before. You know how this works, boys and girls. I'll tell. I nearly knocked my tea over. I'll tell you when, and then bombard the chat with exclamation mark ticket. Oh, actually, I don't want to dip a salty one in a beverage. We're going to have a choco and milk, and I'll get my face around a choco and milk flavour pickup if the camera wants to focus in on it. Which, as a reminder, these are on offer in Sainsbury's at the moment. £1.25 on a special nectar price. Oh, this is clearly some of the ones that Dave dragged through the front door because they're crumbling. But even so, the rest of it has maintained integrity. What a biscuit. And because it's biscuit both sides with the chocolate in the middle, I'm still not going to get choco fingers. But here we have the biscuit and the peppermint tea in the Football Manager mug. I think this is going to be brilliant. I think it's going to give me like a minty biscuit, which sounds like it should be a good thing. Oh, it's melted the chocolate. That's good. That is good. I'm a genius. Ah, I don't want crumbs in my tea though. Hold on. I've got to level it off. And then we dip again. Oh, amazing. Now, boys and girls, the other thing to remember, of course, if you do go and buy yourself some pickup from Sainsbury's, which you should, because as mentioned, they are on that special nectar price for the next week or so at £1.25. If you do buy yourself some pickups from Sainsbury's, save your receipt, and then when you get home, you can do exclamation mark pickup in the chat, and that will take you through to their prize redeeming website where you can upload your receipt, and that will give you a chance to win some pickup swag as well. The giveaway that we're doing, there is going to be 2 people from the UK who will be randomly selected. You have to be in the UK to win. So if you're not in the UK, don't enter. If you're watching on YouTube, come over to Twitch. You have to be on Twitch to enter. But if you are on Twitch and you are in the UK and you do put exclamation mark ticket in the chat, 2 people will be selected once the klaxon goes off, once the little timer here has run out, and they will win. I think it's 2 boxes of pickups will be sent out to you at home, and they will be delicious. I don't know what flavours you're getting. I don't know if you can specify the flavours, but I've tried the original ones, the choco milk, the salted caramel, which I'm saving for the end of the stream. I spoke to Second Yellow Card yesterday, and he apparently has dark chocolate, and I need to get hold of some dark chocolate ones because they sound right up my street. And what's the 5th flavour? There is a 5th flavour, and I can't remember what it is. I've not had it yet. But yeah, either way, jump on board, boys and girls. And then you can let me know which one is your favourite flavour, because they're blooming delicious. I've got pickup wrappers everywhere on my desk. Yeah, dark chocolate I need to get involved in. You get sent random flavours. There you go. Watto, who won the last giveaway. He knows. Yeah, I will head to Sainsbury's tomorrow and try and get myself some dark chocolate ones before the next stream, because I am definitely a dark chocolate man. And it's probably not the worst thing where I've got to eat 3 of them in a stream to have a little bit of dark chocolate for health. Right, the pickup klaxon has gone off. Let's pick the winners. So if we close the giveaway, we had 54 people enter. The first winner is Blueberg. And the second winner is Wayne LFC. And Topher will be in touch with both of you in the DMs. He'll send you the link that you need to claim your delicious biscuits. Congratulations, and worry not if you didn't win. There will be a 3rd opportunity to win some biscuits in the next hour and a half at some point towards the end of the stream. So there is still hope for you, even if you currently find yourself biscuitless. Right. We are about to hit... Is it deadline day? I don't think it is deadline day. Oh, hazelnut is the 5th one. Oh, I need to get involved in both of those. I want hazelnut and dark chocolate. Is anyone watching multiple FM streams trying to snipe biscuit giveaways? I mean, surely people should be. That's what I'd be doing. I'd be watching them all. I don't know if you can win more than once. Please explain yourself. Dipping biscuits in peppermint tea. I mean, it's really simple. Biscuits are delicious. Peppermint tea is delicious. Combine the two, double delicious. It's like putting custard on a steak. Two nice things combined together. All that can do is make the outcome ultimately even nicer. Surely. It's not hard to work out. Combine two things, make an even better thing. That's the rule. Right. That tea's too hot to drink at the moment. I've burnt my tongue a little bit. Right. It's deadline day. We're basically spending all of our money on this winger that we don't really need, when what we actually need is a striker. Is there a good striker? I mean, he can play striker as well. So maybe we'll just sign him. Or maybe we'll sign Zach Lovelace. What a name. There's an even better winger there. Josh Neufville. We don't need all the wingers. You've had too much chocolate. I don't think there's such a thing as too much chocolate. Chong is available for 300,000. Oh, we might get involved in that. That feels like some deadline day business that we want to be involved in. We don't need another winger. There's some Bargains on here, isn't there? £6'4". And look at the thickness of that man's neck. He's in. His neck is wider than his ears. Imagine the goals that man's going to score from corners. Right. You in. And you. Get you both in. Oh, we can't get you both. Oh, no. Can we adjust budgets? Probably not. Budgets. Budgets. Yeah, we can. I'm not against getting these two and not getting the winger. Because I think we need these two more than we need another winger. And they're both much cheaper. So if we can get these two, we get these two, I think. I think that's the plan. Registration. Lovely stuff. Recruitment. Lovely stuff. He wants to be a first team player and will remain so because he's large. We like a big meaty boy. Right. Is it deadline o'clock yet? Right, we're getting these two in. So he's leaving. He's arriving. He's arriving. And then if we can still... Oh, why is that one falling through? The wage on offer would... I've never had that happen before, and it wouldn't have done. What? The wage on offer would exceed the club's budget. How, though? Well, let's just try again. Oh, no, I'm going the wrong way. Hold on. Right, we're trying again. I don't understand. I now don't really want the winger because I think with Chong in, we don't need him. Because he can add to the depth out wide if need be. He can play anywhere across that 3. So, where's transfer activity? It's one of these. We now don't need him. So let's pull out of that deal, which hopefully will force that one to go through. But why? I don't know why all of a sudden this is happening. Oh. Ah! Hideous. FFP. It could be FFP. Where's finances? It would be nice if it told me it was FFP. It probably is FFP. Ah. I love how even Topher's immediately leapt to bug. It's everything that's wrong with the Football Manager community. Not everything is a bug. Some things just don't work. Topher is the problem. Some things are supposed to not work. It was a question. It never should have even crossed your mind. You're a monster. There are no bugs. So even after all that, we didn't do a good enough job binning off the ones we didn't want. And we probably offered Chong far too much money. I think he's on quite a lot of money and we've not even registered him. It's fine. All right. Who else? I really want him. He's got such a thick neck. Can you search neck thickness? No. No, you cannot. He's wanted by Wigan. See? No neck. Ah, should we get Manny Fernandez back? I mean, there are stupider things I could do. I think we're going to sign Manny Fernandez. We're bringing him home. "6'4", homegrown boy. That's what we want. Stepping stone. You've already had your stepping stone. You weren't good enough to play in Scotland. What makes you think you can step any higher than League One? You can get out of here. Go on, get him gone. Get him gone. Here he comes. See, we are getting the band back together slowly. Dembele's back. Manny Fernandez is back. Ricky J. Jones has to come home. That's got to be the end goal of this save. It is deadline day, yes. Come on, you can get out as well. You don't need to be here. Thought Hendrick was the end goal. Is he, though? That is a great piece of business, though. We signed him on a free from Barnet, was it? No. We signed him on a free from Ramsgate years ago. Loaned him out a few times. Sold him to Rangers. I think we actually got more than that for him. And then signed him back the next year for that. What a way to rip off a football club. Yeah, he can. Yeah, he can go and play some football. I can live with that. A goalkeeper. A goalkeeper would be nice, but I think we've probably spent up now. Unless somebody else leaves. I mean, we could try and get somebody like that, but I just don't think. Hasn't he retired? Didn't I hear somewhere that he'd retired? Or was that somebody else? Another Spurs backup goalkeeper. Tammy Abraham next season, maybe. He has retired. Not in Football Manager, he hasn't. He's now a filmmaker. You should get a job with him, Topher. You could be his editor. I don't really know what a filmmaker is. Is that just fancy version of vlogger? It's a vlogger with money who doesn't need to do brand deals. I think that's what a filmmaker is. Bring back Harrison Burrows. I don't think we're going to be able to bring back Harrison Burrows. We can only get the ones who failed somewhere else. Can you show us agent offers on the portal while it's still deadline day? I can't, because it's no longer deadline day. Where would they have been? I don't even know where they would have been. I can see your comments. I literally just replied to the one about Harrison Burrows. I just only replied to the interesting ones. It's still there in the top right. Where am I looking? Top right is over here. There's no agent offers over here. Top right. Top right where? Portal screen. What does that mean? Right, I'm on the portal. Now what am I looking for? Where fixtures are. Okay. Oh, it was here. That's why I now can't see it. Okay. I'm very confused. We'll have to remember to look at that next deadline day, I guess. When you were talking about where it was in the top right where fixtures are now. Okay. We'll look next time. I mean, I'm not gonna look at agent. I mean, I'll show you it if you want to see it, but it's never going to be something I concern myself with. I think agents are scum. I don't care what they've got for me. Who's the best player you've ever seen play for Posh? The best player who's ever played for Posh. George Boyd, the finest footballer to ever play football. It's not just the best player I've seen play for Posh. He is the best player ever that's ever played football. I've got a 4-year-old that's obsessed with me playing Football Manager. They sound very wise. Very, very wise. Right. Here we go. Look. See, the problem with bringing him in is Leonard's been our top scorer. I mean, I just dropped him like a stone. Fernandez isn't fit. Is there an argument for Leonard to play at centre forward? I mean, he's also not fit for today, so it's not an argument we need to have today. But there might be a situation where we need to force Leonard back into this team because he has been very good for us. Right. Come on then. Let's do another football, shall we? My mug's starting to go back to the original colour as the beverage cools down. Peppermint tea is ace, by the way. If you don't drink peppermint tea, you are missing out. It was almost worth all the gallbladder issues, the surgery, the A&E admissions, all of that pain, because it led me to discovering peppermint tea. So allow me to help you discover peppermint tea without having to go through all that pain. Just try it. It's really nice. Oh, we've got a Lego question, boys and girls. I'll allow it. What is stock availability like in stores for big new releases? Wanting to get the big enterprise on release day, thinking there'll be none left by the time I finish work. Usually pretty good. The problem you've got with that is it's literally coming out on Black Friday, so it's going to be an incredibly busy launch day. So I would probably ring ahead before heading to the store, or maybe order online. Nothing against peppermint tea, but dipping biscuits in it is a step too far. What, you don't like minty chocolate? Where's the peppermint tea sponsorship? Hopefully incoming. I heard LOLLUJO was AI. Whoever said that to you has committed a hate crime and is just picking on me for being autistic and appearing like an AI. So bear that in mind. We're losing, by the way, in case anyone was wondering. Ah! Oh, my word. Does pickup from other creator giveaways contain scorpions? I mean, have any of them guaranteed no scorpions? I am willing to guarantee that any pickups you get through me, 100% scorpion free, guaranteed. I'm willing to. I'm just happy to guarantee it. I'm always willing to guarantee it. It's not the kind of thing you necessarily will get from everybody else. So just bear that in mind when you're deciding whose link to upload your receipt to. Ah, kicked him good. Oh, Knuckles. We're just not very good. Who said we didn't need a goalkeeper? Whose idea was this? What if I want a scorpion? Get a scorpion. I'm not going to stop you getting a scorpion. You just won't get one with my pickups. Thoughts on beans on toast? I mean, it's fine. It's handy when you've got no food in, because you'll always have some bread and some beans. So it's handy for a quick tea when you've got no food in and you can't be bothered to go to the shop. And it occasionally makes for a nice lunch. I wouldn't go nuts about it. I'm not hugely into baked beans in general. As I've made very public on many occasions, I prefer a cold baked bean with a salad rather than beans with anything else. Nice salad with cold baked beans over the top, straight out of the tin. That's eating. But beans on toast, all right. I wouldn't ever have beans on a cooked breakfast. They don't belong there. I don't want anything wet on my bacon. But beans on toast, all right. Sacre bleu 81. Thank you for the prime. Jacket potato, beans, tuna, and cheese. And I see I wouldn't bother with the tuna there. I'd just have the jacket potato, the beans, and the cheese, and that's fine. I don't need the tuna as well. Feels like you've got two different potato fillings combined there unnecessarily. Look, if you've not had cold baked beans on a salad, you've not lived. It's delicious. You should try it. A little bit of Marmite to dip your lettuce in as well. Lettuce and Marmite sandwiches are top tier. It's one of my favourite sandwiches. It has to be iceberg lettuce. You don't want the lettuce to have any flavour. You just want crunchy Marmite. Lettuce, iceberg lettuce and Marmite sandwiches. They're in the cookbook. That's for sure. Right, as I tried to tell you all, we should have signed Winger. Our wingers are all rubbish. And we don't have enough of them. So thanks for not letting me sign a winger. You bunch of wallies. Scrambled egg and Marmite. I've not had scrambled egg and Marmite. When I have dippy eggs, I always have Marmite soldiers. I like to dip Marmite soldiers into a dippy egg. Spaghetti hoops are superior. I like spaghetti hoops on toast with a fried egg on top. But let's face it, almost everything's better with a fried egg on top. That's just standard. I think we all can accept that. Even though those of you who've got weird little food quirks where you don't eat lovely combinations, you've got to admit, pretty much everything is improved by putting a fried egg on top. Poached eggs for me. Yeah, poached eggs would be improved with a fried egg on top, definitely. Even a pickup. I'd eat a pickup with a fried egg on top. Yeah, for sure. If we hit 500 subs before the end of the pickup sponsorship, I'll eat a pickup with a fried egg on top. I don't think we're going to get promoted again. We're going to have a difficult conversation at the end of this season, because in terms of performance as Peterborough manager, we're doing fine. In terms of it being a stream save where we'd like some progress, we're not really. Bedford fried chicken with a fried egg on top. Yeah, that'd be great. La da 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 da. We're gonna win some football matches now. I've decided. Hearts save incoming. Absolutely not. The next save will be outside of the UK. That's for sure. I want bacon with bacon on top. Yeah, that'd be good. And even that is then improved by putting a fried egg on top, obviously. La da 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 da. What has happened here? Why is that all messed up? This might be why things have been going wrong. Everything got all confused. Right. That looks more like it. Who are we playing? Plymouth. Let's go and deal with them. Ah, we've got no bench. Give me a bench, for goodness sake. Need a bench. I've noticed Quick Pick scrambles your IP and OOP lineups. Maybe that's happened in the update. Boo. Not my IP and OOP. Is that what we're calling it? Is it IP and OOP? Brown sauce or ketchup on my egg and bacon? Brown sauce. I'm not a weirdo. I'm not American. The only use I have for ketchup is on pork pie. It's the only time I eat ketchup. Christmas morning, when I have my slice of pork pie for breakfast, I'll dip that in ketchup. Why not both? Because one of them's nice and one of them's eh. Don't need them both. Just brown sauce is all you need. Brown sauce is like they've taken ketchup, removed half the sugar, and added some flavour. Having ketchup on stuff is just like sprinkling sugar on top. Topher's gone back to Topher! Topher has returned! Unfire him! The American would say no sauce on egg or bacon. Maybe a little jiggle of hot sauce, but just for the egg if you prefer. See, that's weird. You don't need hot sauce on everything. The thing is, our eggs and bacon taste of eggs and bacon. rather than tasting of growth hormone and additives. So we don't need to cover it in hot sauce. Ba, 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 ba. They keep their eggs in the fridge and put hot sauce on them. It's weird. Double weird. Worcester sauce is the way to go for bacon and egg. I've never had Worcester sauce and bacon and egg. I had, and by the way, it's egg and bacon, not bacon and egg. Let's not get silly. I did have canned mackerel in tomato sauce with cheese on toast with some Worcester sauce on top of that. Very nice. I don't mind Tabasco. I just don't feel the need to put it on eggs. I like to dip my pizza crust in Tabasco. Tabasco's nice. Oh! What's just happened? That's ridiculous. Everybody focus in on this replay. And doink. Football goal. Lovely stuff. I taught him to do that. That's coaching. That is a goal. A header from outside of the area. The first time I was ever on TV, it was talking about a header from outside of the area. In the year 2000. "25 years ago since I was first on television, boys and girls. What a long time. I wasn't even born then. It's mad. He must have a good neck, agreed. Right, come on, let's do another one. Now we know we're good at football and we can score goals like that. La da da da. La da 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 da. Kick him! Kick him! Was the Arsenal draw last weekend a good point or a bad draw? It's a good point. Sunderland are right up there at the top of the table. And it was the end of a long run of lots of travel and tough matches. It was definitely a good point. It's the kind of game that would have been a defeat last season. So it's a point gained on what would have happened last season. Especially without Gyökeres, who has been incredibly important to that Arsenal team. Even though the don't watch the matches, only look at the numbers merchants would have you believe he's not made a difference. He's made an incredible difference to that Arsenal team. So, yeah, having him missing as well, it's definitely a good point. We're now losing, everybody. Tisn't ideal. Yeah, relentless. Yeah, the relentless pressing is the difference. One of my favourite ever Posh players was Craig McHale-Smith, who used to do that for Posh. Just run constantly, never let the defenders have a moment's peace. Just constantly chasing everything down, and eventually he ended up scoring 30 goals in a season, but it wasn't his first season. It took us a while to learn how to maximise him for a goal return, but right from the word go, he was just a relentless pressing machine. And I'd love it. That's exactly what I want from a centre forward. He creates so much space for the wingers around him. And eventually the goals will come because the team will get used to playing the pass that he wants. But yeah, he's been a huge difference maker. I could do him in this team. Even the 4-2-3-1 gegenpress is not working. I just think Posh are rubbish. I might just have to accept it. Can we stick him up front? Go on, get up front. Everyone get up front. There you go. We'll try that. You need Smolix. I mean, I'd take him. I suspect we won't be able to afford him. Right, come on, football. Here we go. Here we go. Flat front three is all we needed. Penalty kick. Yes, that was nearly the elephant. What of it? Football, 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 football. Lovely. Right, keep doing it. Very attacking. Flat front three. Let's keep going. We want 3 more. How much time have we got? 5 minutes. The crowd roars. Can we have another highlight, please, referee? I assume the referee gives out the highlights. Can we have another turn? Oh. We might have a little glance at the form again. I think what we've learnt here is we can't gegenpress. Because if anything, that's made the situation worse. We've overreacted to that Cambridge defeat, and we are now tumbling down the league table. So we're going back to this, which is the only system that's consistently worked in the entire save. So this is the system for the rest of the season. We can't gegenpress. Which, frankly, I'm putting that in as a bug report if gegenpress doesn't work. People told me gegenpress 4-2-3-1 always works. I've proven you all wrong there this evening. Yeah, let's sign some young'uns. You have been very disappointing. Stop smiling. Now he's poorly. A little cold. I got a little cold. I don't know why Playbus is in my head now. It's the Y bird stop. That was always the best stop, and you know it. I don't know the rest of the song. It escapes me. If you think anything other than the Y bird stop was the best stop, you were wrong. And if you like that stupid one at the circus, We Can't Be Friends, I would turn off. Even as a small child. Oh, they're at the blooming circus. I'm done. That's it. I'm not watching this nonsense. Can't stand it. Right. There you go. That's a formation. That's a football team. Here we go. Have I ever been sacked on a live stream? Probably. I mean, I'm not going to be tonight because we're still performing at expectation. So there's no fear of being sacked. I wanted to get into the playoffs. The club never mentioned it. The club are under no illusions of how bad we are. And the fans accept we're mid-table. It was only ever me who thought we might get into the playoffs. Have England taken off Saka yet? Because it does trouble me a little bit if he's still on the pitch with 15 minutes to go. Seems unnecessary. What's my favourite theme song? I don't have one. My own. I should have my own. The non-League to Legend one that we don't use anymore. That nobody's missing and nobody's mentioning ever in the comments. My colour changing cup has mostly changed back. Saka's still on. Goodness me. Madueke needs to get fit again so that they can swap over with 20 minutes to go for club and country. Well worth the money. Paying that guy 15 grand a week, you won't see him play again for the rest of the season now. We've got 2 matches and no goals out of him for, I don't know, what's 15 grand a week for 6 months? Can we do a goal? Football goal? Not at this end, obviously. That should go without saying that I would like us to score the football goal. He's one of my boys from the past. 380 grand. Oh, down the toilet. Think of the Lego I could have spent on. I could have spent that on. I could have had so much Lego. That would be like 4 Lego sets. Least favourite place I've been to in the UK. Now then. Obviously I'm going to upset somebody, but I don't know who yet. Least favourite place I've been to in the UK. I'm an annoyingly positive man who seems to like almost everywhere. I'm going through all the usual suspects and thinking, no, that was still good. Like stuff like Hull and Luton immediately spring to mind, but Hull, they had an awesome aquarium, so it's not Hull plus Chip Spice. Luton literally has an airport, so you can go on holiday. Worst Crystal Palace, South London. There you go. We talked about it the other day. Lincoln have got a steep hill, haven't they? Never been to Middlesbrough. I'd be tempted to say Leeds because I got called a terrorist there. But then I also got to dress up as a Spice Girl, so there were ups and downs to that trip. Worst sausage roll ever consumed? I mean, it would just be one from a supermarket, I guess. Most supermarket ones go into that category. I don't have a specific one in mind. I imagine at some point there's been like a Tesco value sausage roll that I've had. Right, here we go. Here comes the goal. Ah, I see. Do 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 do. Pop 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 pop. Don't know why you put that in my head. Oh my word! Imagine if he'd have scored! I have never seen a player attempt that in FM ever before. And it nearly worked. Wowzers. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking, but the fact that it actually happened. What did you miss? We had a shot from the halfway line that wasn't as a result of everyone being forward for a corner or anything weird. It was just my player saw their keeper off the line and had a go. That was brilliant. Bedford half-time sausage roll didn't seem too impressed. I mean, it was fine. It was cold, which is always a challenging start for a sausage roll. Oh, for goodness sake. Money well spent there, boys and girls. He cost 300 grand plus another it's like £1 million in transfer fee and salary, only for him to never play for us. What a sensational waste of money that is. Well, at least Leonard gets to keep his spot in the team. I guess we don't have to make that decision. Goodness me. One does not necessarily get the luck when one requires said luck. Yeah, what I was saying, the Bedford sausage roll was fine. I had eaten 2 chicken dinners 2 hours before. I wasn't hungry. I had it because someone told me to get it. It was fine. It was just a homemade sausage roll. But it wasn't like butcher's sausage. It was supermarket sausage meat in ready rolled pastry put together at home, and it was cold and it was fine. It's like the sort of thing you get served up at a school Christmas party. So it wasn't close to the worst, but it also wasn't close to the best. It was very mid-table. Greg's is better. See, Greg's sausage rolls are rotten as well. There's very little the only redeeming feature a Greg's sausage roll has is that it's often warm. But as an actual thing, they're not very good. Sausage rolls should be from the butchers. A lovely butcher's sausage roll with proper butcher's sausage meat in. I actually think the Greg's vegan sausage roll is better than the normal one because it's properly spiced. It actually tastes like sausage meat, even though, ironically, there's obviously no meat in it. Baker's would be better. Would it, Niblets? A sausage roll is made by the sausage meat. The pastry is secondary. You can get any frozen pastry, and if the sausage meat is good, then you're fine. It's not about the pastry, it's about the sausage meat. But yeah, if I have to resort to Greg's and all I've got is sausage rolls, I will elect to have a vegan one over a normal one because they do taste better. I thought we'd sold him. Guess not. They'd be better with a fried egg on top. Yeah, obviously. Everything would. You're not good enough. You can get gone. Imagine coming to me in February and saying, I want to leave. Well, where were you a month ago? What happens to the save if I get sacked? I mean, A, there's no chance of me getting sacked because we're performing at expectations. So it's not a thing we need to worry about. B, it would end. It's a Posh save. So if we get sacked from Posh, then the save ends. But I ain't getting sacked. There's absolutely no fear of that. We're doing absolutely fine. It's not particularly notable in one way or the other. It's just a boring mid-table season for the second season in a row. Unless we start turning it around from here. Gloucester Services sausage roll. They're the same people who do the service station on the way to Scotland that I can't remember the name of, aren't they? I did have a sausage roll there and it was really good. I haven't been to the Gloucester one, but the one up in Cumbria, is it? That I can't remember the name of. I did get a sausage roll from there and it was fantastic. Like top 20% sausage roll category for a service station. But it is a service station. It's basically got a butcher's in it. So it's not really a service station. It is more a farm shop next to a motorway. They also did Scotch eggs that still had a runny egg in. I always like a Scotch egg with a runny egg. Come on. Ball, foot, 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 ball. Come on. Design your ideal pizza. Prawns, pepperoni, and mushroom. I think would be pretty perfect. I used to love the Asda seafood pizza my mum used to bring home from work every Wednesday, which was like prawn, tuna, anchovy, just like proper fishy pizza. So I like a fishy pizza, but I love mushrooms. I'd pretty much have mushrooms every meal if Anna let me. So everything's got to have mushrooms on it. And pepperoni, like I'm talking Costco pepperoni. I want it to go properly crispy. Yeah, prawn, pepperoni, mushroom. We'll have that. Thank you very much. Yeah, then a fried egg on top. Fish and fungus. I mean, yeah, that's what they should call it. The old fish and fungus. Although I would argue prawns are not a fish. They're a crustacean, I believe. You could have a crustacean stuffed crust. I did. Where was I looking at pizza the other day? It might have been at Costco. There was somewhere. I didn't get it, but I was flabbergasted by it. They had a sausage stuffed crust, which I can only assume is like a really long hot dog going all the way around and inside the crust. It intrigued me. It's 2-0 to England, is it? Let's have a little look. Oh, it is. It's a good finish. Oh, yeah, stick some olives on my pizza as well. Yeah, pepperoni, mushroom, olive, and prawn. I mean, it sounds like I'm trying to rage bait you, but genuinely, I would love that. I love olives. Olives are brilliant. Look at us doing a football. I told you we would be fine. I don't know what that pass was. Football. We're doing a football. Football. How do I sleep at night? Really easily. I have my lovely cup of Ovaltine. The chocolate Ovaltine light, for those of you interested. I read my book, put on my CPAP machine mask, put on my eye mask with built-in headphones to go into my full sensory deprivation chamber, pull the blanket up over my head, pass out, start snoring, listening to my stories. It's lovely. Yeah, assume the position, obviously. Which I think, by the way, years of sleeping with my legs akimbo, I think I might have dislocated one of my hips. Or I've got a hip that's on the way out. I think I might need a hip replacement. I've got a creaky hip. And I imagine if I mention it to the doctor, they'll say, you're not doing anything stupid, like sleeping with your legs akimbo, are you? No. Surprised you still need the CPAP after losing 100 pounds. I mean, I don't know if I do. I just like it. I like the fact that I can pull my blanket up over my head and not have to worry about oxygen. It's awesome. Speaking of sleeping, how do you deal with dry mouth from your CPAP? I don't open my mouth. When I first got it, I used to tape my mouth shut to stop me opening my mouth. And now I just don't open my mouth. So I breathe, it forces me to breathe through my nose holes, which is what you're supposed to do. So yeah, if you're getting dry mouth, that means you're still breathing through your mouth, even with your CPAP on. So get some tape to tape your mouth shut. Is a CPAP noisy? No. Basically silent. Certainly a lot quieter than the snoring it stops. But yeah, it's basically silent. CPAP's now a luxury instead of medical. I mean, it probably is still medically needed. I'm still very overweight. I may have lost 100 pounds. My doctor will tell you that he'd like me to lose another 90. If not another 100. I'm probably only halfway there. So I'm still morbidly obese. So I imagine I still have sleep apnea. How did you know it was a good idea to get a CPAP? Because my snoring was really bad, so I did a sleep study, and the sleep study told me that I was stopping breathing something like 120 times an hour or something ridiculous. At which point I got referred to the sleep clinic at the hospital, and they sorted me out. What did and what do I weigh? I did weigh at my highest about 26 stone, and I'm now just under 20 stone. I don't know what that is in any of your fruity foreign measurements. You'd have to Google it. I'm a big boy. I'm very wide. I'm a big, wide rugby boy. So I've always been told I carry it quite well. I don't look as heavy as I am, but I am 20 stone effectively. I am wide. Yes, I am. Although I no longer need the seatbelt extender on a plane, so I'm not that wide. Not anymore. Oh, I know that it would be possible for me to be very fit and healthy at my weight if my body composition was different. But my I can tell you what my body fat percentage is because I've got those fancy scales that tell you body fat percentage. It's not pretty. Hold on. So yeah, there's no pretending that this is health. My body fat percentage is 39%. Even now, having lost all the weight, it's still 39% body fat. So definitely there's plenty more to lose. Which I'll worry about again in the new year. I've pretty much stayed level at 20 stone all year. I lost a lot of weight when I had my gallbladder issues because I couldn't eat fatty foods without bringing on a gallbladder attack. So a lot of that stuff I didn't get back into eating. And then I deliberately lost a bit more like last year. And then this year I've pretty much maintained at the level I'm at. But the doctor was like, oh, it was good to see that last year you lost a lot of weight, but it has now been steady for a year or so. So maybe we could still try and lose. Let's not consider the job finished. All right, doctor. We'll worry about it after Christmas. I don't ever remember weighing myself when I was like a small kid. I think the first time I weighed myself would have been when I was probably about 14, 15, and I was probably about 14, 15 stone at that point. So I don't ever remember the scales showing a smaller number than that. I think 14 stone is the lowest number I've ever seen on the scales that I remember. If I can get down to like 16, 17 stone, I think I'll be pretty happy with that. That'd be the lowest weight I have ever had as an adult. I think the lowest weight I've ever been as an adult is 17 stone. So if I got down to that again, I'd be pretty happy. That would do. Right, before we do this match, we are going to do one more. After all that talk about weight loss, I'm going to eat another chocolate biscuit because we have one more pickup giveaway to do. So let's get the pickup giveaway screen open. And if you are watching on YouTube and you want the chance to win some biscuits, jump over to Twitch quickly because the giveaway is in the Twitch chat. If you are in the Twitch chat already, it is just !ticket down in the chat. That will get you into the giveaway. And while you're doing that, I'm going to have a salted caramel one because these are my favourite. So I've saved this until last because it means I can hold it like that without the chocolate melting and getting all over my fingers. Also, has the stream gone down? The stream might be back. I think the stream is back. I think we're back. I think we're good. Are we still there? Are we back? Yes, I'm back. I'm back on YouTube anyway. Anyway, I was telling you about this delicious biscuit. It was just OBS being stupid again. But yeah, it's a delicious biscuit. It's currently £1.25 at Sainsbury's on a special nectar price. So get involved. And I'm going to have a... Oh, this is the best one. I'll reserve final judgment until I try the other two because there's hazelnut and dark chocolate that I've not tried yet. But these are the best. This is the best one of the three that I've got. Salted caramel. Lovely stuff. I can see the giveaway is filling up. So it's !ticket. Just don't crash OBS again. Oh, that's yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Don't forget as well, boys and girls. I don't think we've gone again. Don't forget, boys and girls, as well, if you do buy some pickups from Sainsbury's, keep your receipts, and then you can do !pickup in the chat, upload your receipt, and then you're in with a chance of winning some pickup swag as well. So very much worth getting on board with that. And if you do win the giveaway, remember, you do have to be in the UK to enter the giveaway. Well, I guess not to enter, but you can't win unless you're in the UK. If you are one of the 2 winners, you'll get 2 boxes of delicious pickups sent out to your UK address. So, yeah, any moment now, the pickup klaxon will sound. There it goes. And now we can pick our winners. So 51 entrants. And winner number 1 is Morgan Murray 5, and winner number 2 is Gav B 1985. Congratulations to both of you. Topher will be sneaking into your DMs shortly with the link where you can redeem for your biscuits. That is the last biscuit giveaway of tonight, but don't worry, we do have another pickup stream next week, so there is going to be more opportunities for biscuits to be won before all is said and done. But first, let's play one more match for tonight, because you've got to play one more match. And of course, thank you very much to Pickup for sponsoring the stream as well. We love a stream sponsor. Sunday night, I'm not sure if we've got a stream Sunday night yet. Why is Topher saying you... Have I done something wrong? Did I misspeak there? I'm now wondering where I've misspoken. I need clarification. There is one more pickup stream. I am fine. Okay. Yeah, the next pickup stream is next Tuesday. If there's a stream on Sunday, it won't be sponsored. But I don't know for sure if there'll be a stream on Sunday. As ever with weekends, it depends if I'm about, which I don't know if I am yet. If I am, there'll be a stream. But I didn't want to commit to that as the pickup stream just in case I couldn't do it. But definitely next Tuesday will be another pickup stream, which I think is the last day of the discounted price at Sainsbury's as well. So you're going to want to buy your biscuits in advance and come to the stream with your receipt so that you can try and get your last chance at some swag, because we want some swag. And by the way, swag is their word, not my word. I don't know what swag is involved. I kind of want some swag. So if they want to send me some swag as well, I am up for a little swag. I'm definitely partial to swag when it's offered to me. I want biscuit swag. We all want biscuit swag. What is swag exactly? I wouldn't dare speculate. There's no further details. Can someone under 30 explain? Goodies, I guess. Merch would be my assumption. Although I guess it could just be biscuits. I don't know. Do biscuits count as swag? Isn't swag what robbers have on the bags they carry? Yeah, maybe that's what you're getting sent. It's a t-shirt, is it? Do we know that for sure? Has anyone had one yet? Surely not. It probably will be a t-shirt or something like that. But I don't know. I have no idea. They haven't told me what the swag is. I would love to walk around with a t-shirt with my favourite biscuit on it, though. Like the logo, not just chocolate stains like my t-shirts often have. Although I guess with Pickup, less likely to have that because of the way the chocolate's inside the 2 biscuits rather than just all over where you put your fingers. It's a giant biscuit costume. That would be good. I'd be well up for a giant biscuit costume. There we go. And my Football Manager mug is now back to its original colour again, as I have consumed my beverage. Very nice it was too. Right. Oh, that's some lovely football. That was a lovely pass, and Leonard received it beautifully. I tell you what, Leonard probably broke Chong's knee because he's just our best player. He was involved in every part of that move. It's a shame that he didn't get on the end of it. Penalty. Bop, 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 bop. Oh, here we go. Here we go. It's Leonard again. Oh, it's a lovely pass. And it's a football goal. Lovely stuff. See, we're back. It's this system. Why do I spend 80% of each stream messing around with other tactics, and then we go back to this for the last half hour and it works? And then we start the next stream and we lose a match, and we then spend 2 hours messing around again. Please just make me stick with this tactic throughout the whole of the next stream, and we might actually get into the playoffs, because this system, which we've used on and off for the full 2 years of the save, actually works. This tactic is trash. What a waste of time. We need a new system. Hideous. Why do you let me keep going back to this worthless tactic that doesn't work? I feel sick. Right. Go attacking. Could the manager be the problem? What, the Sheffield Wednesday manager? Yeah, probably. He keeps looking at me funny and it's distracting. I'm just trying to eat my biscuits in peace. All right, here we go. Bojan's in. Bojan's in. Oh. Blobby, Mr. Blobby. Right, come on then. The Steam machine has been announced. They did it like 10 years ago as well. I remember the last Steam machine when they originally did the Steam OS thing that eventually became the operating system on the Steam Deck, which I love the Steam Deck. I just can't imagine the use case for the Steam machine. I guess it's for people who don't have a gaming PC and want a cheap way to be able to play PC games where they normally play their games in front of the telly, I guess. So I absolutely can imagine the use case. It's not me. It's not people who've already got a gaming PC. It's not aimed at me. Thoughts on Black Ops 7 releasing tomorrow? Frankly, I think it's absurd that it's made it to 7. I just couldn't care less. I hate Call of Duty. I just don't enjoy it at all. I just got another Twitch live alert from Discord. Nice. My 11-year-old wants the Lego Avengers Tower for Christmas. It's a good set. Is the game worth playing at this time? Yes, I'm having a lot of fun. I've played nearly 300 hours on it. 'Tis lots of fun. If you want to find out for yourself, there's a free demo on Steam now where you can play the first half of a season. So download it and have a go. And if you're enjoying it, purchase it through my link, of course. If you're not enjoying it, try it again a few months down the line. But all the guesswork has been taken out of it. Now there's a demo. You can literally try it for yourself. Make up your own mind. Oh, we're losing again. Oh, 11 points behind 6th place. Who put playoffs in the title? We're in a relegation battle. If we get relegated, I'm firing Topher. Something's got to be done. Heads have got to roll if we get relegated. And the obvious one to roll would be Topher's. Blobby, Mr. Blobby, come on then, let's do a football. We're staying on very attackings. We want to end the stream with a win. Garbett loves scoring headers, doesn't he? Right, one more. Do another football. Your plum muffins. That would have been upsetting. Right, come on. Football. 5 minutes to go. Let's do a goal. A football goal. Here we go. Here's the winner. Remember when he used to be a playmaker? Those were the days. Just gives the ball away now. It might be time to bring back the playmaking fullback. We've not done that for a couple of weeks. I have no concept of how long the game has been out. Have we even had a couple of weeks yet? What is he doing? Just flopping around like a fish. I mean, his name is Bash. Bass, he's flapping around like a fish. Just flopping around inside the 6-yard box, doing nothing. Okay. I mean, I can cope with it. We have a mountain to climb in the next stream. 9 games left, 10 points behind. If we don't at least get into the playoffs, the save is over. And we'll call Topher a failure for not getting us into the playoffs. So that's we're leaving it balanced like that, which might be Sunday, it might be Tuesday. We will see, boys and girls. But for now, we are going to say goodbye. If Topher would like to arrange a little raid for everybody on Twitch, if you're watching on YouTube, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up. Obviously, we've got Non-Need to Legend and stuff on the way. I've also got a secret video coming out at the weekend as well. So get ready for a secret video. And I will see you again very, very soon. Toodle pip, boys and girls. Thanks for watching. Buy biscuits. They're great.